Hello viewers, today we will see the topic harmony in the human being, universal human values to understanding harmony. So in this subject, we will see harmony in the human being. Basic human aspiration, continuous happiness and prosperity. Yes. Happiness is to be in harmony. Understanding harmony and living in harmony at all levels of being. When we talk about human being, what comes in our mind? Is it just body? Human being is more than just a body. There is a coexistence of these both, self and the body. There is an exchange of information between the two. A body acts according to the suggestion given by Jivana, that is I, self. All the human feeling of happiness, sorrow, pain, excitement, etc. are all experienced by I, not the body. So make it clear that whatever happiness, sorrow, pain, excitement that human has, the feelings are experienced by I, not the body. We keep saying things like I'm happy, I feel bored, I like music, I want to eat tasty food and so on. Like that, we have an idea that I am there and my body is also there. This I is referring to the self, not the body. You, that is self, recognize the relationship that decides what to do and that feels happy or sad. When we say, I ate delicious food, we can see that food was consumed by body. But who enjoyed? I enjoyed the taste of the food. So this diagram represents that there is a coexistence between self and the body. The human being is classified as both physical body and aliveness. Either we can call it as I, self, or jiva. So here, when we talk about needs of the self and the body, the need of the self is happiness. If someone expresses a feeling of respect for us, we feel happy. We feel happy about it. Respect is one of the needs of the self. Need of the body is physical facility. One example of it is, take for example, food. You may observe it in yourself. The food is required and respect is also required. Do you think one can be replaced by the other? That is either food or respect. Example, if you are given a well-prepared tasty food with a push, sharp force, using harsh words, compulsion, will it work for you? Providing tasty food may fulfill the body, but the disrespect will not satisfy the self. Similarly, if you are given respect but not food, you may tolerate it for 1 or 2 days. However, you certainly need food, isn't it? Thus, both of these are required. By giving food alone, you cannot ensure respect. Same way, just by giving respect, food is not ensured. Thus, there are two different types of needs. Both of these needs are essential. and both of them have to be fulfilled separately for human being. This is exchange of information between the two, that is self and the body. Our body acts according to the suggestion given by I, self, you, Jivan. It is. So here you can see the diagram. So needs in respect of, that is in terms of I, happiness, trust, respect, these are the needs actually self-required, not physical facility. But what body requires? Body requires physical activities like food, clothing, shelter, etc. So in terms of time, when we talk about on the basis of time, self requirement is continuous. Body requirement is temporary. If self needs happiness, the self expects that happiness always. That is why it is said it is a continuous. For body cannot eat food all the time. Body cannot wear so many clothes. So if the food is required by the body, it is a temporary, either morning or afternoon as a lunch or dinner. So body does not want a continuously. Body does not want the food continuously. So that is why we are telling it is a temporary. In terms of quantity, that is in for self, it is a qualitative. But for body, it is a quantitative. In terms of quantity or quality, let us see. The need for food is quantitative in nature. We can identify the quantity of food needed to nurture our body. Same is the case with the need of cloth, shelter. We identify quantity of clothes to prepare a dress. Thus, physical facility is required in limited quality. On the other hand, feeling of respect, trust is not quantitative. We cannot say that today I got half kg of respect and 2 meters of trust. Hence, these feelings are qualitative in nature. We can only say that whether these feelings are there or not. Thus, we conclude that need for physical facility relate to body and need of happiness is related to self. So what we have concluded that need for physical facility relate to the body, which is quantitative. Need of happiness related to self, that is qualitative, not in quantity. So fulfillment of needs of the self and the body, we can see how these two different types of needs are fulfilled. The need for food is fulfilled by something physical, like rice, vegetable, etc. But when your friend listens to you, appreciate you, that is you conclude that your friends request you, it is fulfilled by the feeling of respect. You can find out if your need for food will be fulfilled if your friends keep saying nice things not offering anything to eat all day. Is it right? No, you need some food to fulfill need of the body, right? Similarly, you can find out whether if your need for respect is fulfilled by your friend who's serving you with a lot of food, that is lot of food, keep on feeding you with the best of foods, but keep making fun of you nowadays, mocking, disrespecting. Is it right? No. You need respect to fulfill the need of the self. So, how the self can be fulfilled? So, right understanding and right feeling is required. In case of body, physiochemical things is required to fulfill the need of the body. So, viewers understand self wants only right understanding and right feeling, that is happiness, respect, trust. What the body is required, food, clothing, etc. Can these two different needs be satisfied for the other? All the needs are related to the body, which are in terms of physical facility, or fulfilled by some physiochemical things. All the needs related to the self are in terms of family, feeling. They are fulfilled by right understanding and right feeling. So the all needs related to self are in terms of feeling, and they are fulfilled by right understanding and right feeling. That is what you see in this chart. Needs are fulfilled by self with right understanding and right feeling. And when it comes to the body, food and clothing. So when we talk that is need of the self or definite, of course, needs related to the body depend on age, health condition, shape and size of the body. Example, an adult may need 1 kg of food in a day, while some child may need 100 grams only. Tall young man need 13 meter of clothes for a dress, for stitching a dress, while short boy may be required 1 meter of cloth. So likewise, the needs related to body will vary. On the other hand, the needs of the self are definite. A child needs happiness as much as a youth as does an old person. In other words, right understanding and right feeling is the need of any self and every self, regardless of state and condition of the body. So when we talk about the activities of the self and the body, when we look deeper into the human being, we can look at it is in terms of the activities going on. The self has the activity of desire, thought, and expectation. Observe within yourself whether these activities are going on in you or not. What do you see? Are there the activity of the self or the body? Is this activity of desire and thought continuous or temporary in time? Just start observing whether these activities are going continuously in you or only for some time. Try to stop your thought. What do you find? Does it stop? Is it possible to stop the activity of desire, activity of thought? We will find the activity of the self is continuous in time. We cannot stop it. So activity that goes in the self is continuous, like desiring, thinking, whatever we discussed. Whereas in case of body, what in case of on the other hand, body, any work that we take from the body like eating, walking, etc. is temporary in time. We cannot eat all the time. We cannot walk always, right? So those activities should be temporary in time. After some time, the body gets tired. We need to give it rest. We cannot make it continuous. Thus, when it comes to performing an activity with the help of the body, we can't do it continuously. On the contrary, any activity of the self is continuous. We cannot stop it even for a while. When we bored of thinking about one thing, we start thinking of something, something else. When one desire gets fulfilled, another desire comes. When one expectation is fulfilled, another expectation within. But one or the other desire, thought keep going on continuously in us. Any activity with the help of body is difficult to continue, while any activity of the self is difficult to stop. In terms of response of the self and the body, response of the body is based on recognizing and fulfilling, whereas the response of the self is based on knowing, assuming, recognizing, and fulfilling. So here in this diagram, you can see response on the basis of self is knowing, assuming, recognizing, fulfilling. For body, it is just recognizing and fulfilling. For example, if someone is preparing a needle, that is piercing a needle in your body, the body has a definite recognition and fulfillment. If needle is harder than the skin of the body, it will go inside. If it is softer than the skin, it will not go inside. This recognition and fulfillment of the body with the needle is definite. If someone is piercing a needle in our body, will we cooperate with him or oppose him? That depends upon situation. If it is doctor, we cooperate. If somebody wants to take revenge, of course, we will not cooperate. So it means that the recognition and fulfillment of the self depends upon the assumption itself. Since the assumption keep changing based upon the influence of circumstances, peer pressure, society, media, etc., our recognition and fulfillment, our conduct also keeps varying throughout the day. That is the source of definite conduct of human being. All the problems that we see around ultimately relate to this. Even a single person may have many different sets of assumptions. When one set of assumption is active, his conduct in one way, when another set of assumption is active, the conduct is different. You may find the same person full of affection one time and full of jealous another time. Any misleading assumption that is not right leads to a wrong recognition and fulfillment, ultimately leading to a wrong behavior and conduct. Only with assumption, that right, that is assumption that are based on knowing, conduct becomes definite. Knowing means understanding the reality as it is in its completeness. As long as we are just operating in smaller block, that is assuming, recognizing, fulfilling, we are in problem. Our conduct is indefinite as our assumption keeps changing. When we operate the small block along with knowing, we get solution. This shift should be facilitated by human education sanskar. So having physical facilities ensure the fulfillment of the needs of the body, but it does not fulfill the needs of eye. Hence, every human being will need to fulfill both eye and body. One of these cannot replace the other. So this is the conclusion for coexistence between self and the body. So the next topic is body as an instrument. So here you can see self-consciousness is required for body material. So the instruction is passed by the self to the body, and the body provides the sensation to the self. This is interaction of the self with the body. So what it is, the self sends instruction to the body and the body follows those instructions. If you instruct your body to stand, it stands. If sit, it sits. Eat, it eats. So on. All these instructions are information that is being given by the self to the body. For example, when you want to eat sweet, you instruct the body to walk to your favorite shop, pay the money, buy the sweet, put it in your mouth, and so on. Who is giving this instruction? Self or the body? Of course, self is giving instruction to the body and body is acting accordingly. When the sweet comes in contact with the tongue, it creates a sensation of taste to the self. Once it goes down the throat, sensation of taste is not available to the self anymore. Sweet is in the process of digestion by the body. When we observe the self, the body, and the transaction between self and the body, the instructions are sent to the body by the self, and the sensations from the body are being selectively read by the self. All these transactions are in form of information. No material transaction is taking place. So here, the I being the seer, doer, and enjoyer. It is the self that is the reality, that understands the reality. So it is the seer. I am the seer. I tells that I am the seer. It is the self that sees the reality, that understands the reality. You can observe that while reading this book at this moment, you are seeing the words with the help of your eyes. Is it eyes that understand, associate meaning to the words, or is it you, the self, who understands? The eyes are a tool. Eyes or any other sense organs do not see. The body does not see. Rather, it is the self which understands. It may use the body as an instrument for the sensation. When you observe within, you don't even need to use the sense to see your feeling, whether happy or not. This feeling are able to see directly. The self is able to see the feelings within. In this way, you are able to directly see your desire, thoughts, and expectation, and so the self, the self is the seer. It is the one which understands, and in the process, the body is used as and when required like an instrument. And the next one, I am the doer. Who is the doer? Self is the doer. Doer means one who decides, one who takes the decision to do or not to do. Whom you would like to call doer? One who takes decision or one who just follow it? For example, you are reading this book right now. You are watching this video right now with the help of your eyes. Now observe who has taken decision to read the book, eyes or you. Since you decide what to do and what not to do, you are the doer. To execute your decision, you use the body as and when required. Further, these are the activities of the self where the body is not at all involved like desires or expectations. Remember the example of thinking. Example of thinking of taking revenge for 2 hours. At the end of 2 hours, you drop the idea. The self or the body, you can see that it is the self that decided. In this way, self is telling that I am the doer. Okay. I am the enjoyer. It is the self that feels enthused or depressed or angry or delighted. The feelings are in the self, not in the body. Of course, there is an impact of these feelings on the body. So if you are enthused, your body is more energetic. If you feel angry, your breathing may become faster and so on. It is the self that experiences the happiness and unhappiness. In that sense, I am the enjoyer. So in this chart, you can see understanding the body as an instrument of life. So here I am body, body is. So what I is telling I want to live. For that, body is used as an instrument. Here I is telling want to live with happiness. For that, body needs to consume the food. For nurturing the body, for protecting the body needs clothing and shelter. For right utilization of body, some instrument and equipments are needed. All these physical facilities. To understand and to live in harmony at all 4 levels, the I expects. Body wants to production, protection, right utilization of physical facility. So that is just a part of my program. So here finally, I am the seer, doer and enjoyer I sense, for which body becomes an instrument. So thank you viewers. We will see the next topic in the next slide.